Welcome to 100 Yards of Football Sports Talk Radio. This is your basketball segment. I am your host, Brian Spencer, head men's basketball coach at Carver College. And I'm being joined today by one of my players, Julian Fuller. Uh, Known him for a
Man,
few years now. He's a senior in the classroom, a junior on the court, and he's got an amazing story. And so we brought him on the last minute. The guest that we had to come on hadn't had the situation. So Julian was gracious enough to join us at the last minute. So appreciate you. What, you was in the gym or something? What was you doing, man?
basically in the gym, just shooting around with the
Just shooting around.
other fellas and
Okay,
stuff. Yes.
okay. Well, listen, man. I know your story, man. And it's an amazing story. I met you. You was what, 10th grade? I think I met you in tenth
Yeah.
grade.
I was
Tenth
like
grade,
15 or
and
16.
you was playing for Coach Chris Jones. Shout out to the preaching coach. Uh, and the one thing about you, man, I noticed right off is like when I first saw you,
Mhm.
as a man, you got some natural skills, natural talent, natural abilities. When did you start playing, man? What got you going? Who started you playing? When did you start playing? What was your beginning?
I started playing when I was like 4 years old, but
Four.
it was yeah.
The ball
My
was probably bigger than you.
now it was one of those. It was one of those
Fisher Price.
baby ball. Yeah. Those the
Okay,
little
okay.
type. So I started at my grandma. She gave me one of those. It's in the backyard, just shooting. And then I think I made like five in a row. And I was like, man, I can't miss. Hold on, I like this. So I started stepping back and started shooting it. And then ever since then, that's why I really just started like I knew I loved basketball. Well, I knew I liked playing it, but at that moment I ain't know if I loved it or not. But I just kept playing it as like I got older. And
Right,
so of course like my first basketball player I seen was like Michael Jordan. And of
right.
course everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's everybody's first. But I think around like when I was like 9 years old, that's when I really wanted to like take it serious. I went
Right.
to um I went to the sports camp. It was actually called Green Forest Sports Academy. It's right across the street from my
Rainbow Drive.
neighborhood. And yeah, yeah, it
Yeah.
was right across the street. I was over there for like a summer, and all we would do is just play basketball all day, run games. And ever since then, I was like, I want to go to the NBA. And ever since then, I just had that mentality like, oh yeah, I want to go to the NBA. And ever since then, I was just been working and working and working.
Right.
In middle school, I went to a private school. It was
Okay.
called Basic. It was a Christian school too. It was a private school called Basic Knowledge Academy. It was off of Columbia Drive, so that was like near my neighborhood too. I went there for 2 years. I played. It was originally supposed to be like they had elementary through high school, so basically
Right.
K through 12.
Right.
So I played there my sixth grade year. So
So you played
really like the
there.
young
So you was there sixth grade and seventh grade,
seventh
or just
grade,
sixth grade?
yeah, sixth grade to seventh grade.
Sixth grade, seventh grade. Okay. Were you on the team?
Yeah, I was on the team. Everybody knew I was good because in gym I was just playing with like the older guys and the taller guys. So they
Right.
was like, I wanted to try out anyway, so I
Right.
tried out and they
Right.
put me on the team.
Okay. So sixth grade, seventh grade, you played on your middle school team, and then will you transfer to Chapel Hill Middle? Eighth grade year.
Yeah, I transferred eighth grade year to Chapel Hill.
Okay. So
That's
you transfer to Chapel Hill Middle School your eighth grade year. Everybody
mhm.
knows you're good at your old school, sixth and seventh grade. So are you confident now? How you feeling about just talk to me about we're not going don't get ahead of me. Just talk to me about how you
Mhm.
feeling about yourself right now. Going into
Uh,
the
at
eighth
that
grade.
mo at that moment of time, I was confident because I was like, I'm playing against taller guys and older guys that's like in high school since like a private school. So I'm like, I'm going into it like, oh yeah, I got it.
Right.
I'm confident, I'm cool. I
All
go
right.
to the tryout. I go to the tryout. It's like a whole bunch of kids, and I'm like, this is my first time back in the public school, so I'm like, it's a lot of kids in here. I don't, you know
Okay,
what I'm
so
saying? Everybody nerd.
so now we're in middle school now. Where we left. What was the name of the old school again?
Uh, Basic Knowledge Academy.
Basic Knowledge Academy. You're confident, sixth and seventh grade, you're on the team. You're feeling good about yourself. Um, guys know that you can play. You're confident. Now you go back to public school. You go into DeKalb County, Chapel Hill Middle School. You're feeling good about yourself. You go to try out for the team. What happens?
I get cut.
Got cut.
Yeah.
Okay, boom, right there. What happened? How you feeling? What's going on in your head when you got cut?
It
Were you
felt like
embarrassed?
it was embarrassing, and then it felt like a heartbreak. It felt more like a heartbreak than embarrassment. Cause I
Right.
had to go home and explain it to my mom and my dad, like, cause they was expecting me to make the team, and I was expecting myself to make the team, and everybody was like, I wouldn't say this, I would like disappointed, like you was supposed to make the team, like what happened, what happened? And I
Mm-hmm.
told her I don't know, I told her I don't know what happened, I guess, but
Okay, so now
that
you got cut. You don't know what happened. You're confused. You're heartbroken.
yeah,
Um, so now you go Southwest DeKalb High School. You're a freshman at Southwest DeKalb. Do
hmm
you go up for the basketball team at Southwest DeKalb ninth grade? Did you
yeah, I
make
had
the
to
team?
go out for it again.
Did you make the
Nope,
team?
I
Got
got
cut
cut
again.
again.
Okay, so what'd you start doing? Did you work out? What'd you do after that?
I started working out, like I started working out and like hooping with the friends. I ain't really started working out like for real until like toward like second semester of ninth grade year.
Okay.
And that's when I was like, okay, like I'm about to make the team next year for sure, for sure.
Okay, boom.
So
Now we working out. We on it. I'm gonna make the team for sure next year. I start working out for real second semester. Here comes your sophomore year, September, October tryouts last week in October. You go out for the team again. What happens?
I got that again,
Got
man.
cut again.
Yes.
So now how you feeling?
It's the same heartbroken again. Cause I'm like, I put all this work in, I still got cut. So I'm like, man, what's going on?
So now when you got cut,
hmm
ninth grade and 10th grade, do you feel like you should have been cut, or do you feel like you should have made the team, or what was going on in your head in terms of that?
My head, I feel like I should have made the team. All the years I done got cut, I feel like I should have made the team. But that went another direction. So all I did, you know what I'm saying? Like at that moment it hurt, but I just bounced back and started working
Right,
again
right,
after I got cut the second time from high school.
right. And so I think that's about the time that I met you playing with Coach Chris.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cause I went, yeah, cause that's what me and Jason had met, and he told me to play for the AU team. And so
Right.
I went out there, tried out, we played. I'm like already like I would say like 6 months already playing with them, I
Mm-hmm.
think. And that's where you came in to the
Mm-hmm.
practice one day. I was like, who is this? But
Mm-hmm.
we was doing the drill, and ever since then, you've been helping us out. You've been helping Coach Chris out, like with practice and the games and stuff. And it made a big difference compared before you was there. It made a big difference because you could actually see like the progression, like especially on the court. Like sometimes we'll just get blown, we'll get beat by like 60, 50. It's
Wow.
like
I
when
didn't know
you,
that.
I mean, I don't know if it's that much. I can't remember, but we was getting beat. But then it was like when you get came, you started like making stuff like organizing, like you basically made sure everybody knew what they was doing. Like he was teaching people stuff, even like Coach Chris. He was still new to coaching back then. And then like I say, like the playoff games, that's when we really started like playing like as a team for real, and we was competing.
Right. And so now, so you got cut ninth grade year, you got cut 10th grade year. you play some AAU ball. I've seen you
Yeah.
work. I mean, the first thing I said, this kid here got some skills, right? So you're working. So now you go into your junior year. You go out again. What happens?
Mhm. This time I tried out for the varsity. I made the team, but I made the JV team. They put me on the JV team.
Put you on
And
JV.
yeah,
So now, what was that like? What was that feeling? You're a junior. They put you on JV. How'd you feel?
I'm not gonna even lie. I was happy. I was happy to play for a school. So I was like, yes, I'm finally in now. I can proudly say I play for school now. Like, so I'm happy. My parents and everybody happy. So at that time, it was like, okay, I'm good. I'm good now. And let's give them a show. But
Right.
it's not what I thought it was. Mm-mm.
So
I
what? So
ain't.
what happened? What happened?
I barely played.
Didn't play.
They ain't. Yeah, they'll put me in like 1 minute on the clock. You go in. I mean, yeah, it was those are the embarrassing minutes. I went in. I still did something, but hey,
Right. I believe
I
you.
made
I believe
yeah.
you because when I was with you with the AAU team and with Coach Chris, the one thing that I told him was I said, "Hey man, you gotta play this guy, man, because every time he gets on the court, something happens. It might be bad, but he's not going to get on the court and you not recognize him.
Yeah.
So you're going to get a steal, an offensive rebound, a deflection, an assist, knock down a shot. You might throw the ball, out the gym. You know what I'm saying? But you was going to do something every single time, and I noticed that. So I believe you when you say they gave you a minute, but you did something. So
Hmm.
now you happy because you made the JV team. At least you're playing for the school, but
Yeah.
you don't get to play like you want to. So now I started training you
Hmm.
after that
Yes,
junior
sir.
year.
Yes,
And
sir.
I remember telling you, I don't know do you remember what I told you? What I said to you?
I remember we was in the library across the school, and you were saying, you might not, might not be on the team because you're older than because the coaches don't have that much time to work with you. They'd rather take in freshmen rather than senior.
Right, exactly. I said, but then I said, what else? Do you remember?
I think I forgot.
Yeah, I said, but
Oh yeah.
don't let that stop you.
Oh yeah. True, true, true. Yeah.
You you
Yeah.
can if you want to play college ball, you can still play college ball, right? And
Yeah.
so you worked hard, man. You worked hard. I
Hmm.
saw your shot improve that summer. I put you through some challenges. Um, no reaction drills and
Yeah.
stuff like that. I saw your shot go from decent to pretty good. You know, but mostly I saw your attitude. I used to not let you have a response
Yeah.
to
I
when things
did
were going
do
well.
like push-ups.
You had to do 25 push-ups if you had a negative response to something. And I saw
Yeah.
you grow and mature. So, going into the senior year, we ready. You worked on your game. You was on the team last year. You go last week in October, you go to tryout. What happens?
I get cut, man.
Got cut. Got
Yeah.
cut. Mm.
Yes.
Now I know the first two, ninth and 10th grade was heartbreaking. But this is
Hmm.
your last year in high school. What was
Hmm.
this feeling like?
It was like at this point, I'm like, I don't know what to do, like, cause I didn't know nothing about like prep school or nothing like that. I was like, dang, so this is it. I'm gonna have to quit basketball and like after school, I'm gonna have to go to work a regular job and stuff. So I'm thinking in my head like I don't know what to do, and so but mind you, I was still like training in the midst of it though. I
Right.
was still like just working, just training and stuff. But at that point, I was even asking my mom like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Yeah.
what like I knew I still wanted to play ball. I knew I was, but I ain't know how. I ain't know when it was gonna happen. I ain't know how. So
Right. So now, 3 out of the 4 years of high school, you don't get to play. The 1 year that you made the team, you was on JV, upperclassmen on JV, and you don't really get any clock. And now you graduate high school. We're gonna fast forward a little bit.
mhm.
You don't go to college right out. You kind of
Nah,
take a
to
year
go
off.
4 year.
No college, no basketball,
That's when I
nothing.
went through it the most right there.
Right. Why? What was going on?
It was like whole bunch of family problems. It was I was frustrated because I was thinking like how I'm gonna get into school, and if I get into school, how he's gonna pay for it. And on top of that, I wanted to still play basketball, so I'm thinking about all these things in the midst of it. And then we had like we was just going from I was personally like jumping from my grandma's house to my mom's house. Then I started living with my mom, and then a whole bunch of crazy stuff happened then with like the living situation. So we started going from house to house to house to house. It got tiring. And I was like, I ain't gonna lie. That's when I just got broke down. I was like, bro, I don't know what else to do now. Like, what is there to do? It was a point in time I just sit outside and let the day go by because it was like nothing to do or
Right.
I ain't know what to do at the time. So
Right. And so then me and you connected. How did we reconnect? I don't know if you called me or
yeah, I
did
called
you
you. I
call
was
me?
at a yeah, but I think when was that 'cause I used to live off of Wesley Chapel, and when I was living over there, I don't. It was just something that told me to call you. I just hit you up because I ain't talked to you. I don't know if it was a couple of years or a
It's
year.
been a year.
Yeah, so I had called you back up and I was telling you what was going on. And he was like, okay, okay. And I was saying I still want like to get some work in. And then that's when he was like, okay, we're gonna do it these type of days and stuff. And mind you, I ain't have no ride to get there. But it was still like it was a couple blocks away from my house, but the walk was still far though. I used to walk from my house. I had to leave early sometimes. I used to walk from my house to go to the church we used to work out at. Like every time we used to have like workouts and stuff. And mind you, I'd be tired. The walk would be tiring, and then I still have to work out too. But then I get a ride home. But I used to do that all the time back then.
Right. And I remember this time real vivid, man, because I remember taking you home and picking you up sometimes, and
Yeah,
um, it was different spots. Like in short periods of
yeah,
time, man. If I know I took you at least 3 or 4 different places in
yeah,
in maybe about 2 months,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So but what I was impressed with, man, is that you still was. I knew you had pain going on. I didn't know what it was, but I knew you
Mm,
had some pain. I knew you had some trials and stuff going on, but you just kept plugging, man. And I got the head coaching job at Carver, and I bring you out for a tryout for
hmm.
workouts, and you look horrible.
Yeah.
You look like I didn't want nobody to know I brought you out there. Yeah, I, I was like, oh man, I said, man, what you
But here's the thing though, I was cool. I wasn't tripping because I know the thing about me when I first get into something, yeah, okay, first time, first couple times, I'm gonna be kind of trash. But when I get adjusted, it's over with. That I'll
and
be telling people when I get adjusted, it's over with.
that's what you did. That's what you did. You
Yeah.
you truly you truly are the testament of somebody that just put in that work. Where does that come from, man? Where does that? Because Jew, you look horrible, man. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, I wasn't even gonna give you the scholarship.
Hmm.
Only reason you got the scholarship is because I had somebody back out at the last minute, so I had a
Hmm.
scholarship left. I didn't want to waste it, and so I brought you, and I said, "Listen, man," I said, "I'm not gonna play you.
Yeah.
If you play, you're gonna earn it. Just because I know you, I love you. I'm not gonna play you, right?" And so I remember telling you at one point, I said, listen, man, I'm gonna redshirt you. I'm gonna redshirt you because I knew, you weren't gonna play. That's the first thing. I knew you weren't gonna play. The second thing was I knew you was a worker.
Yes.
And the culture, we still hadn't set the culture. You had guys like Chris Iverson messing with you all the time.
Now look, now he giving me my respect. Now most of them give me
Hey,
respect.
he
Now
might not want to come see you now, man.
I'm trying to tell him that, man.
He might not want to come see you now. But
Mm-mm.
I told you this. I said, listen, I haven't recruited all these guys here, you
Mm-hmm.
know. So you just do what I tell you to do. Don't pay attention to their bad habits because I knew you knew me, and
Mm-hmm.
what you were gonna see in them wasn't reflective of me.
Yes.
And so I didn't want you to focus on what you saw. I wanted you just to focus on what I told you to do. And the thing
Mm-hmm.
that impressed me most about you, man, was that whole year. First of all, you didn't want to be redshirted. You was upset about that.
That was, and I'm not gonna lie, like it had its it was more like mixed emotions. At first, it hurt because I invited people to the game. They expect me to play. They didn't see me play, so they're like, "What's up, Jew?" That was like embarrassing. Then going to like the away games, I had to toughen that out. That joint they used to call me Jacket Boy because you remember the old warm ups, the parachute warm ups. Man, I had to wear the jacket. They used to call me Jacket Boy.
Oh my
Like
God.
it was
Yeah,
a bit. I had to tough it out though. I was like, in my head, I was like, man, just wait till it's my turn. But
right.
they gonna respect me now.
But now, man, you worked that first year, and I'm gonna fast forward this a little bit.
Hmm.
You worked that first year hard, man. You did exactly what I told you to do. And your very first year on the court, you led the team in offensive rebounding at 5'9".
Hmm.
You led the team in field goal percentage. You shot like I think you ended at one point you were shooting like 58. I think you finished around like 52%. Led the team
Hmm.
in field goal percentage. And I came up to you and I had to apologize to you, man, because I felt like I should have played you more, but I just couldn't figure you out. And now, man, like you worked yourself to like this year, your junior year on the court, like you're a figure piece, man. So what I want to do now is just give you a few minutes, man, to just like, what would you say to people that are trying to pursue? It doesn't even have to be basketball. That are
Hmm.
trying to pursue a dream, man, and it may not be going the way they want it to go, but it's still in them to do it. What things did you do to help you keep going and to be successful
Hmm.
like you are now? Be respected by your peers and your teammates now,
Hmm.
and what did you do and what kept you going mentally and also physically? What did you do?
First thing, I I had like I prayed about it. That was like a main part right there. I had prayed about it a lot, and I asked God to give me like the strength to keep going. And then the second thing is it's like when you doing something like when you doing something that God wants you to do, it's gonna be some like obstacles. And if it's going bad, that's how you know you're going in the right direction. My mom used to tell me that all the time. At first, it didn't make sense, but it's like it make a lot of sense. Like now, like the more I grow up, when you want to do something you love, and it's something that God is part of God's plan, and if you going through like all these obstacles, you think it's like everything going wrong. Oh no, that's when you head in the right direction. Because the devil, he gonna throw all types of obstacles and traps trying to get you off your path. Because he don't want you to see like you doing good, especially if it's like for God. So like me, I just kept going with it. Like it hurt, but I just learned how to let it hurt for that moment and just keep going. And I
Mm-hmm.
also had this mindset like, man, ain't nobody telling me what I'm about to do. Like, if I know I'm gonna do it, like if I say I'm gonna do this, or if I say I'm about to be one of the top shooters in the country, in the world, if I say I'm about to do it, I'm about to do it. Like, I don't care what I gotta do, I'm about to do it. And like, yeah, it may sound crazy, but when it happens, we gonna see who gonna be looking crazy at the end. I'm not gonna say nothing. I'm gonna just laugh at you every time I see you. I'm gonna just laugh at you and be like, "I told you so." So
Right.
that would make me keep like going and then like me, I'm like short, 5'9" is short like on the basketball court. So I already get like looked down. That's like a whole like chip on my shoulder.
Right.
So in my head, I'm like, all right, I'm trying to prove them wrong. I'm trying to,
Right.
just go at their heads,
And
get
every
what I
game you
need.
shot somebody when you go up there and get one of the rebounds. They ain't expecting you to be up there with them like they
That's
every
the
game.
thing. They always underestimate me, and that's why I know I got them. When they always underestimate me, that's how I know I got them.
Right.
And that's why I just sit back and just laugh. I'll be like,
But man, when you gonna
man,
bang
they
on
had no
somebody?
idea.
When you gonna bang on somebody? That's what I want.
That's coming in store for y'all. I
I,
don't want to
I want
say,
to bang on
cause
somebody, man.
I don't know.
You had a chance last year to
I
bang
know
on somebody.
I had a couple chances with putbacks, but I
Yeah,
had a chance to bang last year for real.
yeah.
I don't
I
know
want
why.
to, I want to see you bang on somebody this year, man.
Yeah, cause
You
that,
got it. You had one was that Bruton Parker? You had a breakaway? Who was that?
yeah, it was Brew Park. Yeah, it was. Bro, I
Yeah.
stole it too. It was overtime. It was
So what
overtime. I
happens?
stole it.
What happens in your mind, right? Nobody expects you to do anything because you're 5'9", you're shorter. They don't expect you to do anything underneath the rim. You've been cut all your life, right? You
Mm.
gotta have some type of chip on your shoulder or some type, but there's got to be something, man, because there's got to be doubt. Doubt has got to creep in your mind sometimes. That
It does.
so when that doubt creeps in, how do you get past it? How do you keep going?
Um, Actually, like I watch like say YouTube. I'll probably watch like basketball highlights of like the NBA player, or I look at like a motivational video that just keep me like going, like get the doubt out of my head. I'm not gonna like, you're gonna have some doubts about it. You're gonna question yourself about it. But the thing is how you gonna like bounce back from that. So it's like what I do, I watch a lot of like motivational like stuff. Like
Right,
I be reading the Bible. I started reading the Bible heavy now, but
right,
the motivational videos
right.
is key.
That's the
It
key.
helps.
Who's your favorite
Yeah.
motivational speaker, if you have one?
I don't really have a favorite. I just type in motivational, like say
Okay,
for like sports or like just whatever. I
right,
just look at it, but of course everybody gonna say what's his name? Eric Thomas or something like that.
right, right. Yeah,
But I don't really have one like that. I just watch the videos and just like I take it in. I get something out of it.
right. Well, we got a young team this year, man, and it's funny. As we wrap up, man, it's funny that a kid who got cut ninth grade, 10th grade, played 11th grade, made the JV, but didn't play at all, hardly. Got cut again 12th grade, was out of basketball altogether for a whole year. Is now on a college team, been redshirted 1 year, learned a whole lot, grew a whole lot, and couldn't shoot on that level real well. Guys wouldn't, you'd be wide open, they wouldn't even pass you the ball. They rip you off, wouldn't even pass you the ball. And now you a captain on the team, and
Hmm.
guys looking to pass you the ball, looking to get you the ball to score. It's an amazing, amazing journey, man. I'm proud of you, man. Like, you know what I mean? You know, they
Yes,
call you
yes,
my
sir.
son. You know what I'm saying?
But don't put that out there. I already
Yeah,
told him
I
go
should
ahead
just
not to do it no more now.
man.
You
But I
ain't trying to
love you,
start
man.
up.
I'm really, really proud of your journey, man. And there's more to come. You're not done.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't get satisfied. Don't be complacent. But you're not done. Just some last parting words, man, that you would give to somebody, man, that might be going through some tough times, rough times, or have something that they're trying to do.
Very important. Just keep going, no matter how tough it is, or like how much you doubt yourself. Keep going, because if you don't, you always gonna regret. You don't want to regret. Like Coach told me, you wanna give it your best, and if you still don't make it, you can live with that. But if you don't give it your best, if you know you got some more in the tank and you know you can give some more, do that. Like just give it your all, cause you don't want to live with that regret. Like, oh man, if I would have did this, I ought to be here. just give it your all. Just keep going, bro. That's it. Just keep going and stay positive because it's gonna work out. Like it may not be when you want it to be, but it's gonna come. And I don't live witness now. It's gonna
Yeah, no
come.
doubt about it. No doubt about it. Well, Jude, man, I appreciate you coming on at the last minute, man, and
You're
filling in,
welcome.
man. Like I said, man, very, very proud of you, man. Also, he's very strong in the classroom as well, above a 3.0 GPA. So he's knocking that down. He's going to be a college graduate here in the spring of 2021, but he's then going to come back and get a second degree so he can finish out his last year eligibility. So very proud of you, man. Once again, this is Julian Fuller, junior, Carver College. Great story, man. Appreciate you, Ju. This is Coach Spencer, head coach, Carver College. And remember, life is only as important as the impact it has on other people's lives. So go and impact somebody's life in a positive way. Until next week, we out.
Let me